Marjorie Taylor Greene's plan to commemorate the third anniversary of January 6th with an event hit a major roadblock when the Florida venue that was going to host it canceled it when it became clear that she and the Republican organization sponsoring it had been utterly lying about what the event was actually supposed to be about. So this was Westgate Resorts. It was pitched to them as a small book signing event. You go there, you get your book signed by Marjorie Greene. It's a fun event. It's sort of surreal having her sign a book that she didn't write to hand to you that you're not gonna read, but that's what it was pitched as. That's not what the event was gonna be though. Here is the invite for the event. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene book signing event. And you notice immediately there that it's on Saturday, January 6th. Relatively innocent, but then scroll down a little bit and you've got this about the tickets and the details. It says general admission will receive a book and be able to hear MTG speak or try. VIPs will get their pictures with MTG and receive preferred seating. Executive VIPs will be invited to a special private briefing on January 6th in DC. What in the hell does that mean? You donate enough, you get a private briefing from Marjorie Greene on the attempted overthrow of our government. What the hell is she saying? And again, her book is just about her and her life and her career. They're choosing to make it all about January 6th. And so if you were Westgate Resorts, I think you probably would not want to be affiliated with something that is going to be, you know what it's going to be. Behind the scenes, she's going to be apologizing for the attempted overthrow while simultaneously saying those patriots who tried to overthrow the government are also somehow Antifa. And I'll remind you all that she was the one that was talking about if she had been in charge, there would have been guns and it would have been successful. So no, if I was some hotel with a conference room, I wouldn't want her ruining my reputation. Brett, what do you think? Did they make the right choice?
I think it's so funny. Like, I want a list of all the like banquets that the hotels are okay with. I just want to know where the line is. They're like, yeah, you can sign a book, I don't care. And then they're like, oh my God, I didn't even pay attention to the date. Oh, it's gonna be January 6th. Oh my God, this private briefing. All right, we draw the line here. We're not gonna cancel you for that, but we will prevent you from. And I love the idea of this private briefing. That is my definition of hell, is Marjorie Taylor Greene briefing me on something. It sounds horrifying. That said, I do want to experience it. Yeah, I think people would pay more to just watch her work out. Do that weird like flippy thing she does on the chin up bar.
Bet on how many she can do before she dislocates a shoulder or something. Sure. Look, I kind of, yes, I want to know what the hell is going to go on that private briefing. Can we get the undercurrent up in there to find out if she, because I'm assuming she'll have the event somewhere else. But yeah, like if you have a conference hall or whatever, and someone schedules an event for January 6th, I would say for the next 10 to 15 years, due diligence on that, because maybe they're not awesome people. And I will also say, if I can, first of all, we're gonna close the loop on this, and then I have another comment I want to make. So she was asked about the event being canceled by NBC News. She was doing an event for Trump, and she said, I really don't understand the point of your question. It doesn't make any sense. Aren't we talking about President Trump? Aren't we talking about Iowa? And then she called the question stupid. What do you mean you don't understand the point? You had an event planned and they canceled it. Do you have any comment? It's not complex. I feel like you could answer that. But finally, I would say, to tie it back to what I said about her book, the book that she wrote, there has been a lot of concern about the rise of ChatGPT and other generative AI models. And some people are worried that students will use that to cheat. And there are even people saying, we can't have essays being submitted anymore because you'll never know if they cheated. So instead, we need to have them write it in front of the teacher so we can confirm that it was actually them. I say, forget about the students. From now on, political books have to be written by the person in front of some sort of third-party arbitrator or something. Because otherwise, why would we assume that Marjorie Greene took time off from her busy schedule of not doing anything for her constituents, working out a ton, and I don't know, like participating in insurrections to write an entire book? Who really thinks that she wrote that? Brett, is that fair?
There's no way that she wrote any. The way these things typically work is they have a meeting with her and then they go flush it out. They kind of do a framework. They do research and compile stuff they've said already.
Yeah.
And then just have a ghostwriter put the final touches on it. But I love it. I want to know what else. I'm trying to find out what else is at the Westgate Convention Center in Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Florida. Right now I've only got the Orlando one, but I really want to know, like, Cops National Conference of Law Enforcement. Coors has something, Girls Junior National Volleyball. It's all these like super happy-go-lucky things. And then it's like, you want to hear about January 6th for real?
I mean, and like, what would be in that private briefing? Honestly, like old school Brett would put together a video of like secret cam footage of what the hell she would say. Because we know what she says about January 6th when she knows people are filming her. Can you imagine what she says when she thinks that it's not on the record? For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.